cozy today, guys. We're bringing it back down to basics. It's Christmas cheer base camp and I am the camp leader. Rah! We have a freshly scrubbed face, we have Christmas pyjamas, we have tea, and we have Cricut. Guys, it's Leanne and it is incredibly cold in Scotland. Seriously, my Christmas socks have Christmas socks on. How festive do I look though, right? Okay, enough admiring yourself in the viewfinder, let's talk about other people. You guys may have seen it that very recently I got the absolute privilege of hanging out with some of my favourite humans in physical person. I got to squish them and hold them and walk in the rain with them, and we went to bookshops and it was amazing. The reason you will probably know this already is because these lovely humans are also your lovely humans. They are some of your favourite booktubers. We of course have the wonderful Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts. I mean, Jean and I practically live in each other's houses at this point. This is no surprise. But we also had Emma from Drinking by My Shelf. Emma was drinking by my shelves in my living room. It was amazing. And last, but very much not least, we had the wondrous Tea, Books and Tazmyn, and they spent a lot of time on my floor, really, with my pets. I mean, there was definitely some like squealing in there and some books, but mostly on my floor with the cats and the dogs and the snake. Tazmyn did not come to visit me. Tazmyn came to visit my menagerie. And usually after that kind of momentous booktube meetup, I would bring you guys a book haul. I would sit here and show you all of the amazing clips of us going wandering together. I would show you all of the books that I got, but this time around, I'm switching it up because we filmed that video on Jean's channel, and I will link that down below because it is already live. You can go and see that absolute piece of joyous chaos over there. And so today, I am bringing you a little something different. At Christmas, as a bookish person, I of course like to give books. I've just filmed an entire bookish gift guide for you guys, and I have stacks and stacks of books stashed in my wardrobe for friends and family. But it becomes infinitely more difficult when you are buying books for bookish people, especially at Christmas when there are wish lists, there are friends and family who know specifically what that person wants, and of course as bookish people we're also still buying books for ourselves. Yeah. So this year, rather than giving my bookish friends books for Christmas, I decided to get a little bit crafty with the help of Cricut. If you have never heard of Cricut before, they are an amazing company that offer a huge range of machines and materials for at-home crafting. I've been using Cricut for about 3 years now and I have never looked back. And in fact, if you have ever purchased any of the stickers from my shop, either my sticker sheets or my individual die cut stickers, then you will already have experienced the joy that Cricut can produce, because all of those were made in the comfort of my studio using my very own Cricut machine. And now next year I will be bringing an even bigger expanded range of bookish accessories to my little store, thanks to Cricut, who have lovingly gifted me some machines and some materials to show you guys today. Which leads me back to what I decided to do for Jean, Emma and Tazmyn's Christmas. What do you get for the booktuber who has everything and possibly every book? Well, you get them merch. So first of all, I sneakily started out with Jean. I asked her for a high-res book cover of her debut fantasy novel Flames of Albiyon, which if you have not read, this should be on your Christmas list. It's a wonderfully romantic fantasy which includes dragons and daring deeds, and you need it in your life. But apart from all of the incredible words contained within this cover, the cover itself is actually quite special because it was designed for Jean by her mum. My first decision in this project came with what I was going to make, and I ended up settling on a cushion cover because because there's a lot of details in this cover and I wanted to make sure that all of them were respected and seen at a scale that you could appreciate. So as you can see here, I started out by tracing over the cover and keeping all of the elements of the cover that I was going to be transferring onto the cushion. When we get to the tower portion, you'll see that I used a little bit of negative space to create some of the vine details going around the tower because I wanted some of the colour of the cushion cover to show through. I chose a lovely slate grey cushion cover to give a third colour because I decided that all of the elements that you can see me tracing here right now were going to be black, and all of the beautiful little love hearts and the heads of all of the thistle flowers were going to be a different surprise colour. I'm keeping this as a surprise for you because I know what it was, because when I saw the material unrolled for these little elements, it's possibly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. So once I had created my image, it was over into design space with it. I had to create two different layers. First the layer that was going to be black, and then the layer that was going to have all of the little pops of colour, and you can see here that I'm lining them both up to make sure that they are going to be the perfect fit when I print them out. With most crafting machines and new systems, I feel like it takes you a little while to get used to it, but I think it's actually the reverse with Cricut. It's difficult to make a mistake with Cricut because it is so intuitive. As soon as you have brought your graphics over into design space and you tell Cricut what it is that you are doing, that you want to cut transferable vinyl in my case, it pretty much holds your hand through the rest of the process. So what you can see here is me loading up my Cricut Maker. The Maker is the ultimate smart cutting machine. It cuts to your specifications over 300 materials. I could not believe this when I saw the list. We're talking cardstock, we're talking fall leather, we're talking chipboard, crepe paper. It cuts vinyl, it cuts cotton, it cuts burlap. The material that you can see me loading the Cricut up with at the moment is also really special because it is called Smart Vinyl. It comes in a roll and you can load it straight into your Cricut. You don't have to stick it down to any of the Cricut mats, you don't have to line it up, you just have to make sure that there is enough of it to fit your project. That is a really easy ask. Now, just before I got the Cricut to cut out all of my materials, I wanted to make sure that my sizing was correct. So I got out a ruler and I got my cushion cover and I decided exactly how big the image was going to be. And then once I had double checked that all of that was right, I pressed cut. And this magic happened. This is the Cricut cutting out all of the individual shapes that are going to go on my transfer. As you can see, we've put shiny side down for the vinyl and my image is mirrored so that when I flip it over to heat press it, it will be the correct way up. I am frequently absolutely mesmerised by the fact that the Cricut can do this all on its own. I still don't entirely understand how this magic happens, but it does, and I'm very grateful for it. And now for the pièce de résistance. Do we see this material? This is the material that I chose for all of the little love hearts and leaves that were floating around and for the heads of the thistles. This is holographic vinyl and it's lush. And I will be buying a lot of it in the future. It's beautiful. If I could have used it for every single one of these projects, I absolutely would have, because it's very nice. That's all I'm saying. It's very nice. I like it a lot. And as you can see, the Cricut has no problem jumping straight on to cutting out the holographic vinyl. All of the pressures are set for you. You don't have to worry about it. This also, by the by, goes for all of the other cutting tools that Cricut has, because with Cricut you can emboss and deboss, you can score, you can engrave, you can create perforations, and all of those cutting pressures are set for you. You don't have to fiddle around or do loads of trial and error and waste tons of material. Cricut have done all that for you. They've worked it all out. You just have to put it in and press the button and off it goes. So while the Cricut was doing its thing, it was time for me to create Tazmyn and Emma's pieces of merch. I decided to take their channel headers, which have been designed for them. They're beautiful. And for both of them, I decided to go with tote bags. As you can see, Tazmyn's was super easy. She has this beautiful, big, chunky, curvy font. I love it to pieces. And as I could only see half of the little flowers that were on her banner, I decided to mirror them to create the full effect. Then we moved on to Emma. Emma's font again was really, really easy. It's this gorgeous cursive. And then I, of course, had to show her glass of wine sitting on top of her books. The top of the design looked a little bit empty, so I copied those books over and got rid of the wine glass so there could be something sitting at the top. And with both of their designs, I decided that I was also going to do the two-tone thing. So I had nice cotton plain tote bags, and I decided to go with two different colours of vinyl. One of those colours of vinyl was this stunning gold. As you can see, I got very excited by it when I fed it into the machine. They're so beautiful. Everything is just so beautiful. So I set Cricut to cutting out all of these various vinyl transfers, and then it was time for weeding. That simply means that once Cricut has finished cutting around all of your design, you can then peel off the unwanted vinyl in the background, and you will be left with your individual shapes, which you can then weed around with Cricut's very sharp weeding tool to take out all of the tiny details and the letters and around the leaves. I'm not gonna lie, for larger pieces this could get a little bit complicated, but weeding is my personal favourite part of making these projects. It's so satisfying to see the eventual images appear. Once I had done all of that, it was time to heat press the vinyl decals onto the top of my materials. In order to do this, Cricut very generously sent me their Cricut Easy Press. This is possibly the easiest to use but most powerful tool that I now have in my entire crafting arsenal. So all you do is you plug the Easy Press in, you turn it on, and then you simply go into Design Suite and you tell it what you're making. As you can see here, I chose the Easy Press that I was working with, I chose the heat transfer material, and then I chose the base material that I would be putting that on, and Cricut gave me the exact temperatures that I would need. So you don't have to have any specific knowledge about how to transfer vinyl. Literally everything is taken care of by Cricut for you. So as you can see here, I have chosen the correct temperature on my Easy Press from the heat guide, and I'm just waiting for it to get up to temperature. Once the Easy Press was ready and up to temperature, I got the heat mat out and I put it on my flat surface of my desk, and I put my material on top for the cushion cover and gave it a light press. Heating up the materials beforehand will help your vinyl decals to stick down better. And then it was time to line up where I wanted my design. As you can see here, it really doesn't take that much. Once you're confident about where you want your design to be, you just have to press it in place, as the transfer backing is a little bit tacky and it will hold on to your materials. And then you bring the Easy Press over and hit the timer button. Easy Press tells you that you need a light and even pressure at all times when you are pressing down your materials to help them to stick. As somebody who has some grip problems, I didn't have any issues with this whatsoever. The Easy Press also comes with a heat cradle, so once you have finished pressing, you can easily just pop it back into the cradle. Then it's not sitting on any of your surfaces. You don't have to hold it while it cools down. It's great. Once I had pressed down the front, I flipped over to press down the back, and that was it. The black transfer on the cushion was all finished, and it was just time to line up the holographic details. You of course want to be as precise as possible when you're lining up your materials, but the sticky backing will allow you to move it around just a little bit, just in case you have a little bit of margin for error. And then all that was left was to stuff the cushion cover with the very, very squishy and luxurious cushion that I picked for it, and voila! all done. It was so easy, but it's so effective. It is just such a pretty design. Then it was on to Tazmyn's design, and as you can see here, I chose this really chunky silver foily type vinyl for it. It just looks so good. I think a little bit of glitter always kind of elevates any project that you do at home. Even if you just start off with just a base solid colour and add a little bit of glitter detail on it, I think it always just makes it look so much more poppy. With Emma's, the design was a little bit different. As you can see here, I've pressed the gold outline of it on, and that is all perfect. But all of the little details in Emma's were interweaved with the design. So she has some silver bubbles coming out of her gold wine glass. I've shown here where I've really carefully lined the bubbles up, and you can see that it's quite easy to interweave the two different colours of designs. And that was it. It was really that easy to do all three of these beautiful bookish Christmas gifts. So of course all that was left to do was to hand over the gifts, and here's how it went. We don't know why we're here! It's present time. Early. Okay, so Jean can go first.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, these are massive.
Oh my god, what is this?
Happy birthday or happy Christmas?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
With magic and Cricut.
Oh my god. I have merch. That's only me.
Let me check
Yeah.
it
Oh my god, my mum will love this because this is her drawing.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
I
haven't written it.
Oh my god, what is it?
Oh. Oh my god! That's my font! Yeah! You stole it from your banner! Oh my god, it's me!
What's really cute, Jess designed my banner and then you made this, so it's like two of my friends in one. Oh my god, thank you so much. What the crap?
My dad!
Yeah!
I felt it was cruel making Emma go laugh.
Yeah!
These are stupidly beautiful. And Emma was like, I haven't got a bag for today.
Yes! Now you have to buy books.
You have to.
Yes,
And drink by the book.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my god. Thank you, Cricut.
These are amazing.
Thank you, Cricut.
Everybody use Cricut to make your own personalised pen
The
workers.
bubbles in the glass, that's my favorite bit. So good.
The wine is Emma's favourite bit.
is
Are we
amazing.
sure?
I need to quickly go show my mum this.
Honestly, we're all chaotic good, okay? Well, maybe not me, I'm maybe chaotic evil, but I'm fine with that. I think it is clear from everybody's reactions how excited they were to receive their gifts and how much they loved them, and even in weather like this, because Edinburgh really chose to show its full Scottish colours on this day when we were wandering about. Even in this horrendous weather, the decals held up perfectly. No peeling, no lifting, nada. Whole bags of books were carried about in those tote bags all day, and everybody was pleased. So thank you so much once again to Cricut for sending me all of the materials and the machines to make this video happen. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. All of the links to Cricut will be down below, including where you can get some of these amazing materials for yourself. And keep an eye out in the new year for bookish tote bags coming to my shop, made with my lovely new Easy Press and my lovely new Cricut Maker. They really are the best Christmas present that this bookish gal could have asked for this Christmas. I don't want to put it down, I just want to look at it and hug it. It's so satisfying.